So I'm driving home, and today I didn't work too much today because I had to go at an appointment and just a bunch of stuff going on. But I worked for like 4 hours or so, probably a little more, like 5 hours, something like that. But yeah, I was just thinking like with working and doing gig work, like you really have to be patient because there's times when it's busy, and there's times in your mind where you think, oh, it should be busy right now because yeah, this is the time people are getting off work or whatever, and you just think, oh, it should be busy. Like, I'm not gonna have a problem with getting anywhere, and then it's slow, and you're like, what's going on? And you're driving around, you're sitting, you're doing everything you're supposed to do. So it really does. But then there's other days where it's just like boom, 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 but I think that's just the reality of like having your own and really working for yourself essentially. And but yeah, so I just wanted to talk about patience. Sometimes we can get so impatient because we want what we want when we want it, right? We don't want to wait. We don't want to be delayed. We don't like when things are not seeming to go the way that we want them to go, and we get impatient, we get anxious, and we feel stressed. And I'm just learning right now, like, I remember just having this thought, like, I have to really learn to like relinquish control and just kind of like go with the flow and kind of like just go with it, because a lot of times time will change things. Sometimes it's just a matter of just showing up. Like, you may not get the result that you wanted or that you envisioned for yourself, but just showing up is really half the battle. Just showing up. So, encouraging you to be patient, relinquish control, and don't be so tied to a certain end result, right? Find a way to make things work anyways, even if you don't get the exact outcome that you wanted to get or that you expected to get. Find a way to make things work regardless, and focus on solutions. Also, too, what I noticed as well, and it's kind of on topic, and we're still talking about patience and like those of you that do gig work and things like that. But also too, it's like I feel like I don't know what it is. When I start work early in the morning, it's like it's like I have this momentum, and it's like I feel like I'm busy most of the day. But when I start like in the middle of the day, I don't know what it is, I just don't make as much as I would have made if I would have been working in the morning and working through and then working the afternoon. Like, when I work the mornings and then I'm working, throughout the day, I feel like I make more money in the afternoons. But when I start later, I don't make the same amount in the half part of the day that I would have made if I would have started in the morning, if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone else experiences that, but for me, it's like if I don't work a full day, it's like, it's just not the same. Today I had no control over that because I had an appointment in the morning, and it was like an emergency situation that I had to go and handle. So, but I just noticed that when I start working early and I work throughout the day, I just make so much more money than when I just do a half a day. Like, for example, if I'm, let's say for example I made, $250 in a day, right? So half a day would be $125, but no, it doesn't pan out that way usually. Sometimes when I've worked half a day, half of the time that I would normally work, let's say, 9 hours, and I, work the full 9 or 10 hours, and I can make, the $250 or more. I'm just giving an amount, or sometimes less. It really depends. Like, every day is different. then if I just start work later on in the day and I only work, 5 hours, half of the time that I would normally work, I don't make half of what I would have made if, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, the math doesn't math. So as much as possible, I really like working full days and getting up in the morning because I can maximize the day. I just feel like, also too, I feel like when I start later on in the day, I'm just not as motivated. I don't know. I'm just not as motivated. And I noticed that when I am motivated, I just make more. When I'm not, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I think there's something to like having momentum and having the motivation. It's like what you believe. If you believe, if you have the faith that it'll happen, then a lot of times it does. And one thing I will say too, like I said, is just patience. Learning that everything is not on your timing. Not everything's gonna happen the way you want it to happen. But show up. That's half the battle. Just showing up, and putting in the work and the effort. But yeah, I have goals and things that I want to accomplish this year, and I know that consistency is going to make all the difference. It's going to make all the difference. Is my consistency, and yeah, being intentional about how I spend my time, taking care of my health so I'm not getting sick, so that I can work when I need to work, being on a schedule, being consistent about when I start work, being, teaching myself self-discipline, because, with this line of work, it's like there's no boss. It's like you set your own hours, so you can either make the most of that, or you can, choose to like not be disciplined and not reap the benefits. We all have goals and things we want to accomplish, and maybe, I know for me, I want to like get out of debt and save and things like that. So it's like I know I'm gonna have to be consistent with my work hours and things like that to be able to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. Yeah. Also too, I think for me, the beauty of like starting work early is, because for me, I don't know, around like 5, 6, I just start feeling like, I'm done. I'm over. I don't want to work past like 4:30 or 5. So I really need to start early so that I can like maximize the day, because I know it just, once it gets to a certain time, it's like I don't want to work past a certain time, at night. So that's part of it. But yeah, today was interesting. Like today, I started work around, let me see, because I had my appointment, I don't know, maybe around like noon or so, and it was kind of picking up, and then it just got slow. Like coming back home, I didn't get anything. I'm like, what in the world's going on? Like, it's the evening time, like no one's getting off work, or